everyone, and welcome to another episode of 1923 Main Street.
Home of the Disney Travel Podcast with the latest Disney travel news. We are your hosts.
I am Mike Bello-Braddock.
And I'm Amelia Bello-Braddock. And today, Disney's 100 celebration begins at Disneyland Resort, coming soon, as well as new PhotoPass lenses and new Disney destination gatherers.
Yeah, so as we discussed in the past, another celebration coming your way.
Yes, this one officially kicks off at Disneyland Resort on January 27th.
Yeah, so this is the 100th anniversary of the company itself. So 1923 Main Street,
Yes.
right? That's why we are called 1923, the year Disney was founded. And then Main Street, of course, for Main Street USA, the wholesome family feel that Walt wanted. So,
Yes.
of course, 2023 is the 100th anniversary. And it is all kicking off at Disneyland. Now, it's interesting. There's no mention of anything else. For example, Walt Disney World or Disneyland Paris or any other resorts, right? It's not Disneyland's anniversary. It's Disney's. So I guess we'll get more information maybe coming ahead. Sure, it was the first one, but
It's interesting because Disneyland didn't originate until at least 30 years after the founding
that's
of the
what I'm
company.
getting at. But anyway.
But I guess they have to have a celebration somewhere because how else would you sell merchandise?
And it is close by to where it all began. So
Yes, of course.
This does kick off in January. And, I guess we're sort of getting into a groove with all these anniversaries. It's pretty much the same slate of things that are happening.
Yeah. Like Sleeping Beauty Castle will be adorned with platinum banners, bunting, and of course they're going to have some accessorized gems and flora, fauna, and Merryweather.
It's
There's little touches. It looks great. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it looks nice.
But
It's sort of like, at least they're not.
is it different than the 50th castle at Disney World?
Yeah, well, it is with the fairies. But
Yeah.
at least they didn't paint it a horrific color like they did at Walt Disney World.
It's
for
not
this.
that bad.
It's bad.
It's already pink there, though. And they will also have 2 water fountains on either side of the castle.
Yeah, that's sort of cool. In the moat, they're adding some fountains. So the castle's getting a makeover, which is what they do for every anniversary now. We sort of know their groove, right? Anniversary, we're going to do a castle makeover, and then we're going to do the next thing, which is World of Color 1.
World of Color 1.
Yes, Disney California Adventure Park. They have a new version of World of Color starting, and it sort of tells the...
Very creatively named.
Yes, at least it's not World of Color 100. Wouldn't that have been better? Anyway, World
You're
of Color
right.
1 tells sort of Walt's storytelling legacy. Yeah, it's new. It talks about sort of how a single thing, like a drop of water, can create a ripple effect that goes on and on for waves of change.
And it will feature a new song.
Yeah, you do like when there's new songs, I
do.
notice.
And this one fits the bill of the story very well, entitled Start a Wave.
But that's not all.
Whereas Disneyland Park will also feature Wondrous Journeys, which is a new nighttime show.
I think they did some of this at D23. I think they did this song too.
Is that the song about
It's
wonder?
Wondrous.
Yes,
yeah.
it's Wondrous.
Is
yes.
that the one that was sort of boring? It's sort
That's
of
the one.
Yeah. It's sort of acoustic. Is that the one?
I question if it was the best idea to open it with a live version because I feel like it might have more punch. The real version.
Yeah, they did it live. It's
So-
okay. It just doesn't, it's not as moving and uplifting, at least the first time I heard it, compared to even the ones I don't like that you do.
I think it could be if you just add a little bit of a punch to it, which it might be there. It's just the decision to debut it with an acoustic version was a little bit. I'm not sure about that.
So anyway, Wondrous Journeys, new nighttime show, and it's going to do the same things. One interesting thing is they say it will have nods to every Walt Disney Studios animation film ever created. So we're going to see how they go through that. Does that not include Pixar then?
No,
Yeah, so
but
that
there's
cuts it
so
down.
many.
Yeah.
Like
And then, of course, it's going to have, it's the same old in a way with projection effects, turning Main Street in, lights on Main Street, Sleeping Beauty Castle, blah, 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 Rivers of America. So that's what I mean. Like, I'm sure it'll be nice, and it's a nice something for the 100th, but...
And well, they have to have something to glow with the show for your magic bands.
Yeah, and then on select nights, so this part's interesting. I guess they say on select nights, we'll go bigger because we'll have fireworks. So I guess what's happening is throughout the week, it's just a projection show. This would be my guess. And then on weekends, it's probably Friday, Saturday, maybe Sunday. It's the full fireworks and projection show. So
Yes. And lastly, even though Mickey's Toontown won't be ready until, they say, spring 2023, which probably means borderline summer, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway will be open as soon as the celebration kicks off on January 27th.
That's sort of cool. So they're opening the ride earlier, and I really like that ride in Disney World.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
You know, I was just doing some chatting about this online, talking about Rise of the Resistance, and for me it was, you know, it didn't live up to the hype, quite honestly, for me. Did it for you?
It lives up to the hype if you're a massive Star Wars fan.
I like Star Wars, probably more than you do, but I actually like Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway better than Rise of the Resistance.
Yeah, I would agree.
Just as a ride. Now, I can appreciate the Imagineering of Rise. You know, it's pretty cool the way they did it, but I don't know. It feels rushed to me, and you don't really get a chance to appreciate it.
Also, another thing which I think might be losing some people is it's the new trilogy. It's the most recent sequel trilogy.
Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of the
Star
history.
Which is, of course, Disney owns it, so that's why they're going to... I mean, they own all of it, but that's what Disney made.
The stuff they created.
So obviously, they're going to focus on that. I mean, you might have more people interested in it if you did the original trilogy. I mean, I like the prequels, but I know no one else does. So
we're off on a tangent.
I'm not going to try to push them.
But the tangent is all to say that this opening of Runaway Railway at Disneyland ahead of Toontown is a good thing. Yeah.
We love Runaway Railway.
Yeah, in short, we love Runaway Railway. So if you haven't ridden it and you're out west, you should look forward to it because it's a fun ride. No glasses.
Yeah,
I love how they do it. No 3D glasses required.
But honestly, I really like it because it feels like I feel more into the story and like more real even without the 3D glasses. Like,
there's so much cool stuff in it. I also like it a million times better.
You feel like you're wearing the glasses and you're not.
Yeah, you feel like it's 3D. And I like it a million times better than Ratatouille as well. Another letdown
I just
for me.
don't like Ratatouille.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Seen the movie twice now. Don't like Ratatouille.
I like the movie. I just don't like the ride.
The movie's fine. I just mean like it's not the first time I went on it. Didn't like it because I hadn't seen the movie. I've seen the movie twice now. I still don't like the ride.
And we're comparing these three because they all use Disney's new favorite ride car technology.
Yeah. I don't mind the car. I think the car is fun if you do more things like Runaway Railway.
Yeah, so Runaway Railway, Rise of the Resistance, and Ratatouille all use the same ride vehicle.
So if you shut your eyes and blasted your own music in your AirPods, you'd essentially be on a very similar ride.
Anyway, so that's what's coming for 100. You know, again, hopefully there's more. I always get disappointed by these because they just don't do, especially for Walt Disney World 50th. I was really hoping for some special event behind the scene, like special ticketed parties. They didn't do any of that. They just do castle makeover, new show, merchandise, food, and see you later. So that's, again, what's happening for 100.
I think Disneyland or Disney World's 100 needs to be a big thing, though, whatever they do for that.
You'll have to do that without me because I'm not going to make it to that one. So
you don't know.
Maybe we'll make it to this one instead.
maybe Walt really was frozen, and that's how they'll debut him at the 100 celebration.
And in other news, Disneyland related, they're getting all the stuff that we're used to at Walt Disney World. In this case, I like these. You know, these are some good things.
Oh, you love these.
They've got new Magic Bands, so their app is suddenly getting
new PhotoPass lenses.
I like the PhotoPass lenses.
That's what I'm saying. You're a fan.
Yeah, they're fun, and they're going to have some, of course, that are their own. Like there's ones you can use sort of anywhere, and now they even let you do it at home. And then there's some you have to be in specific, like in
Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah,
Baby Yoda.
You get Baby Yoda, stuff like that. So that's cool. They're coming. Plus other things like the car locator. Now I don't need that. We just look where we are in the lot. And we go there. But if you want, you can try the car locator. And
or if it's been a long day and you forget, or it's a good thing to have as a fail-safe.
I haven't used it, so I'm assuming you drop a pin where your car is or something in the app and go back to it. But anyway, and then there's cast compliments you can do through the app and so on and so forth. So at least the Disneyland app is finally becoming a bit more usable now that they have Magic Band Plus and Genie Plus there. And
more Disney resorts. Aulani. Their signature dining experience, Ama is returning. And this actually has a new menu this time. So on Friday, October 14th, is the reopening date. It's the signature restaurant at Aulani, and there is a fine dining experience which offers a 4-course meal.
Yeah, prefix meal.
Yeah, 4-course. So kind of similar to Victoria and Albert, scaled down a little bit. And it pays homage to the spirit of Hawaii. There's unique flowers, nice ingredients, and locally sourced
unique flavors.
Fish and produce, what I say.
Flowers. I'm sure there are unique flowers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I meant that all along.
And you know what? It is Oceanside, so it's a good restaurant if you've never eaten there. And it's actually good that it's reopening because you really need it there. It's been closed for quite a long time since COVID.
It's
so
quite nice.
finally coming back online.
Yes.
The next story is interesting to me. This will only apply to you if you mostly book groups or if you're planning a wedding or something. Basically, they're calling this Disney destination gatherings.
Yeah.
But really what they're doing is they're making it easier for people to access things that were previously separate. So they had Disney meetings and events. That was a separate thing but you'd go to that. Then they had Disney fairy tale weddings and honeymoons. So if you were doing a wedding, you'd go to that. And then they had this Disney Imagination Campus, which I hadn't heard of before. It's sort of hands-on learning for students. It sounds like it's for younger kids, but I don't know if they're expanding it. And then you would go to that. So now
It's elementary through high school usually, and also a little bit of college.
So now they're sort of combining these together. So if you're having a wedding, but you need some of the Disney meetings and events people because it's really big or whatever it is, they're just making it easier for you to access.
You want easier.
Yeah. So I think this will mostly apply to people who are planning events or weddings, right? Not so much the average Disney travelers that we are.
Yeah. But hey, if you are planning, good for you.
Yeah. So it's a good thing, I guess. They're just making it a little bit easier for groups to do their vacation planning.
Yeah, it's just a little bit easier for groups to spend tons of money at Disney.
And it's not just theme parks, it's for resort hotels or Disney Cruise Line ships or pretty much anything they do from the sounds of it. So that's good. And then finally, a little bit of refurb.
Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort at Walt Disney World. Some of the rooms in the Trinidad area of the resort will be receiving a brand new look and feel. And these apparently will have subtle nods to favorite characters from Under the Sea. So I can only guess what those will include. Nemo,
yes.
Little Mermaid, who knows. And these will accommodate more guests and features updated furnishes that are apparently exclusive to these sorts of rooms. And the refurbishment has begun on October 3rd, and it'll reopen some point in the next year.
Yeah, they're not giving a date. They just said 2023, so don't hold your breath. But a little bit of refurbishment news. Just something to keep in mind. If you're booking that resort, there will be fewer rooms available for the next little bit.
I think it's a pretty good size.
So Disney100, are you looking forward to it? Or meh?
What? I don't
I don't know what they're going to do Disney World because they've got 50 going through March. So maybe that's why they're waiting.
I know, that's what I'm saying. They can't have two celebrations at once. That'd be a little.
Yeah, so April 1 is the castle say 100 on it instead of 50. I don't know.
I'm sure it'll go from Halloween to Christmas. It'll go from 50th to 100.
Because that's what the Sleeping Beauty castle. We'll post some of the images if you haven't seen them. It's basically that's what it is. It looks, it's the same sort of idea.
That's what I predict. Disney is very good at pivoting overnight. So I imagine on April 1st, everyone, it's Disney Company's 100th anniversary.
It is a big event. So
exclusive merch. Come by here. Only available at World of Disney.
Yeah,
that's what I predict.
Yeah, so there's merch, food, the whole thing.
If I had to guess.
Have no fear. We'll be sharing it with you as it comes into the newsroom here. So that is the news for this week. You are now caught up on the latest Disney travel news. Thank you for following along as always and for the kind comments we get on social media at 1923 Main Street, pretty much every channel, so join the conversation there. And we'll see you again next week. Have a magical day.
Bye-bye.